Bonjour, hi, et bienvenue à Montreal, Quebec. Today, we will be riding via rail from here to Ottawa, Ontario, in this multi-part series. This week, we'll be riding in economy class. Next week, we'll be riding in business class, along mostly the same route as today, just slightly shorter route back. But first, let's go on to the metro. And yes, I am only going one stop. However, I was doing this because I just got off of crutches less than a week ago at the time. Also, special thanks to Thomas for helping me bring my stuff with me from the hostel to the metro and to the Via train. You can follow them on Twitter right here if you want to. Anyways, here's what I originally thought to be my last metro train in Montreal for now. And then, we shortly later, after nearly no time at all, arrive into Bonaventure station, where we can exit and make the most poorly integrated transfer from a metro to a central railway station ever for those who do not want to use or cannot use stairs. And now, finally, bienvenue à Gare Centrale! As we walk in, we pass the entrance to the headquarters of Canadian National, a major freight operator in Canada and the US, and former passenger operator too. And as we walk through the station, we can see the area to access the REM, which we rode in our first video in Canada, and then shortly later enter the main hall.
You can only get one on the train, I think.
Oh, okay. The main hall features ticket offices for Via Rail and Amtrak, as well as a McDonald's location and, oddly enough, a department store. Yeah, according to my friend I was with, it is barely occupied, really. Anyways, walking through the back of the main hall reveals much more restaurants. Here they are. Apologies for shaking. Once again, it is truly something I am working on. And while this was my second to last train trip report of this year, I've already filmed 4 of mine to come out in 2025, and they're already much better. And apologies for the muted audio at some parts. Anyways, most of these shops were closed, despite it not even being nightfall on a Friday night at the time of filming. Anyways, boarding is announced to be on track 15, and we can make our way over, scan ticket twice, and go to our car.
Tree.
Once we locate our car, we can see this beautiful display telling us the destination of our train, as well as intermediate stops and information on bikes and wheelchair and mobility impaired accessibility. We can make our way into the train and find our seat. And once seated, let's check out the in-seat amenities. Each seat features a firm tray table and a fake wood finish with a spot for drinks. It was amazingly firm and one of, if not the best tray table I've ever used. We will see more later, but we are now departing from Gare Centrale, 4 minutes late at 1854. As we leave Gare Centrale, let's check out our ride for today. 2 days journey to Ottawa will total 186.2 kilometers. This train originated in Quebec City's Gare de Palais. On its way here, it made intermediate stops at Quebec City, Sainte-Foy, Drummondville, and Gare Saint-Lambert, just before coming over the St. Lawrence River onto Montreal Island and branching off to here. From here, we will make intermediate stops at Dorval, Coteau, and Alexandria, before finally being scheduled to arrive into Ottawa Station at 2051.
D'accord pour assister avec les freins, puis un de vos autres interventions va aider avec. Merci, je vous confirme.
As we leave Gare Centrale, we see a REM train dash out past us as it begins its own journey towards Brossard. Anyways, we start out our journey along the same right of way as the new REM Metro. Later, we will travel along the same right of way, but not the same tracks, as the EXO Vaudreuil Hudson commuter line. The reason for this is that VIA runs their trains on Canadian National-owned trackage, while EXO runs their trains, at least here, on Canadian Pacific-owned trackage. Autist, so confusing, I know. Anyways, as you can see, we are already passing through here far quicker than in our EXO video.
Qui s'arrêtera aussi à Dorval, Coteau et Alexandria. Nous sommes là pour rendre votre voyage le plus agréable possible, alors détendez-vous, profitons-en et écoutez attentivement ces importantes annonces de sécurité. Bon voyage. Hello everyone, my name is Anissa and I will be your service manager on board today. On behalf of Via Rail Canada, the entire crew will come on board train number 39 en route to Ottawa, with stops at Dorval, Coteau, and Alexandria. We are here to make your journey as pleasant as possible, so please sit back, relax, and listen to this important safety announcement.
Pour votre sécurité, veuillez vous familiariser avec les consignes d'urgence de votre voiture en lisant le dépliant situé dans la pochette du siège devant vous et en repérant les sorties de secours les plus près. Si vous devez vous déplacer dans l'allée, nous vous recommandons de tenir les poignées sur les sièges. Nos trains et les quais des gares sont des environnements sans fumée. La cigarette électronique est également interdite. Veuillez noter qu'aucun comportement dangereux ou irrespectueux envers les passagers ou l'équipage ne sera toléré et que la consommation de boissons alcoolisées personnelles est interdite. Si vous avez besoin d'assistance à destination, veuillez nous en aviser le plus tôt possible pour que nous puissions prendre les arrangements nécessaires avant l'arrivée. Préparez vos cartes d'embarquement pour la validation. Si vous avez des questions, adressez-vous à un membre de l'équipe de bord qui se fera un plaisir de vous répondre. Bon voyage!
and after less than 5
For your
minutes,
safety,
we are already
please
passed over to the
familiarize yourself
Heinz
with the
now.
emergency features of your car by reading the pamphlet in the seat pocket in front of you and by locating the nearest emergency exits. When walking down the aisle, we recommend that you hold on to the grab handles on the seats. All trains and station platforms are smoke-free environments. The use of electronic cigarettes is also forbidden. Please note that unsafe or disrespectful behavior towards passengers or crew members will not be tolerated, and that the consumption of personal alcoholic beverages is prohibited. If you require assistance at your destination, please let us know as soon as possible so we can make arrangements prior to arrival.
Very soon later, we receive a menu. The menu that I got is the basic menu for the majority of economy passengers. However, if you have certain allergies, dietary restrictions, keep a vegan or vegetarian diet, or live kashrut or keep halal, then you can request in advance a special menu to fit in with these dietary restrictions. However, at the time of filming, I did not require any of these, so I simply went for a basic menu. On it, I was offered many things, but I settled for a Molson's Canadian, the best beer in the world. To note, for 18-year-olds like myself, if the train is physically present in Quebec, you can buy beer, but if it is physically in Ontario, you will not be able to. My conductor restricted me to buy only this one beer since I was 18 at the time of filming, and he thought that we'd be in Ontario by the time I would order another one. We will try more snacks later today, though. Shortly after ordering my drink, we pass by lots of freight, and then pass over Quebec Auto Route 13 as we near Dorval Station, hosting the connection to YUL Airport, as well as the start of the interline, but not between us and EXO. And here we are at Gare Dorval, which is actually the name of two stations, both the VIA and EXO stations, and both operators run a shuttle bus from the train to the airport. More discussion about the interesting VIA shuttle bus situation in our next video, which actually ends here, though. Looking at the top of our train, we can see a neat display detailing the destination and intermediate stops of the train. It also shows the status of the nearest bathrooms, the status of the Wi-Fi, the current speed of the train, and the train number, as well as the current time, of course. But now, we keep dashing through the rural farmlands of southern Canada. Still, somehow on Montreal Island, we are. Well, not for long, as we are now finally leaving Montreal Island. "30 seconds later, give or take, we are back onto mainland Canada. And now, let's check out one of the things on the menu, the cheese box. It was hard to open, to say the least. Once opened, it includes many different types of cheeses as well as crackers and berries to sample them with. Overall, it was decent, but it was also decently expensive and not that filling either. I would give it a 6 out of 10. It also includes a singular milk chocolate as well. It was very good. And as we near Alexandria, the light is dimming more and more. Soon, it becomes completely dark as we enter the Ottawan suburbs.
Destination in approximately 10 minutes. For your safety and the safety of the crew, we ask you please that you remain seated until the train comes to a complete stop in the terminal.
And not long later at all, we arrive in Ottawa at 21:01, 10 minutes late. And thank you so much for watching. Next week, we will be taking a slightly shorter version of this journey, just in reverse, riding from here in Ottawa to Davao on Via's business class offering, as we will check that out and see how that experience compares. I hope you come by and watch. Bye now.